looking at how our sons are dying, there is clear indication that there is a planned move to eliminate someone rising up from a Choli sub-region intentionally. There's clear signs and evidence. Why is it you wait when the person has risen up? Look at all the generals that have died from a Choli sub-region. All of them, government tells us that they died out of blood cloth. General Julius Oketa, General Locate, Colonel Walter Ochora, all of them, they say they died out of blood cloth. No clear explanation about their death. So we are tired and we shall not tolerate this for long.
Please, I stand here to apologize if he has done anything wrong to you. And for those who have done wrong to Oulanyah, we have forgiven you. We have forgiven you. I speak as a mother. I speak as a woman who have lost a son. I've lost my brother. I've lost him. Oulanyah is irreplaceable. Oulanyah is irreplaceable. But all of us are feeling it. I pray that we unite now and send him. He received the decent burial as he was in for everybody in this country. I therefore say this for God and my country.
And right now, we from Choli are not happy. We are asking ourselves, what is going on in this regime? We are asking ourselves, what is it quite unique in this government that whenever an Choli rises into a higher position, the person will never serve for more than 2 years. The person will die or will be eliminated. Why is that so? We need an answer from the government. The government of Uganda must come up very clearly before burying our son, should explain what is going on with the leaders, with the sons of Choli. Look at Right Honorable Oulanyah, General Locate, General Julius Oketa, Colonel Walter Ochora, and many others. Why is it when you attain a position in this government, the only thing you must be eliminated? What is going on? What is unique with the Choli in this government? We need that answer from the government of Uganda before burying our sons. Right now, as members of parliament from Choli, we are retreating back to the village. Government should tell us clearly if we are not worth holding any key position in this government, so that we tell our sons who are still remaining to resign and go back home. We want to see our sons retiring like any other person. We want to see them look after their children, their grandchildren, their grand-grandchildren. We want to see them retiring and be advisors at home. By not attaining a position, you die within a year. This is very serious. We are not going to joke this time. We need an answer from the government. Before burying our son, government should explain why is that so specifically for the children who are rising up. I thank you.
Does it mean you are not going to participate in the next process?
We are going to be in parliament and we are here. But we are saying we shall go and mobilize our people. We shall come back before burying our son. Government should explain that. If they fail to explain, they will leave our son in our hand. There is no need of hurrying now. He has already died. Whether in 1 year, we shall bury him. But we need clear explanation what is going on.
However, even before the burial you are talking about, there must be elections. And we've seen in this country people say that this is first hearing first to our area. Won't you now as a Choli need to have a replacement of your own son?
You know, as per now, it is true, our rule of procedure says when the office of the speaker falls back vacant, there should be no any other business until the speaker is there. Right now, as I speak, there is no speaker of parliament. It means any first sitting, the speaker must be there. And I do not know, I am not understanding clearly what is going to happen now. Since our brother must be brought and laid to stay. I don't know who is going to share the house since there is no speaker. I think there we need to be very careful understanding what is going on. Because I don't think if the rule of procedures gives power to the deputy speaker to do so, because the office of the speaker right now is vacant. Therefore, we shall study and we shall understand the situation as it is. And on your concern about the speakership, you know, our son was the speaker. And I pray, if this government have goodwill, let the speakership come back to the Choli. And we pray that someone should come up and offer himself to be the next speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda from the Choli. Yeah, it is quite unfortunate that we lost our brother, our son, Right Honorable Jacob. And he died at a very tender age. You know, in this world, even if death is normal, but someone will celebrate your death when you pass on after 90 years plus. But our brother died at a very tender age.
We have lost an icon. We have lost a gallant son for Uganda. Oulanyah is not only the son to the Choli. Oulanyah is the son to Uganda. Oulanyah is the icon for Africa. Oulanyah is the icon for the world. We pray that as we are waiting for his body, and as we want to send him to rest, we must have to be together. At this moment, I ask my people from the Choli sub-region, I ask Uganda to stay calm. Death is real. There is no way one can run away from death. God has designed any time how each and every one will go. And that is how my brother Oulanyah has gone. And he has gone so peacefully. He has apologized to everybody.
Jacob Oulanyah abadde mukodomi waffe nga ab'ebududa era kyensokerako ffe nga ab'ebududa tusaliddwa nnyo kufiirwa mukodomi waffe naye nga member wa parliament eya 11 nali naye nga deputy speaker nentegeera enkola ye mu parliament ey'ekumi era abapya ababaka abapya mu parliament eno ey'ekumi tebamutegedde naye tufiiriddwa kinene nnyo yali amaze n'okola ekyeyamo kugamba nti agenda kuteekawo enkola mpya y'okulaba nti era yali yeetegese kubeera nti enteesa ekyuka ebeere ne quality kwegamba ebeere n'omutindo omupya obutabeeranga mabega eyo nga buli omu yogera buli kyafunye naye nga olina okukola okunoonyereza obeere nga oliwero research okkirizibwe n'akaseera akawera okwogerera mu lukiiko olukulu kale tufiiriddwa pulaani eyo ennungi gye yali aze nayo kyemanyi gavumenti eno eri mu buyinza naye ejja kwekaabira olw'okuba kati bw'olaba politics y'engulu mu parliament eno ey'ekumi ono omugenzi Oulanyah yakola ekyamaanyi ennyo ku deliveringa engulu eyo Northern Uganda mu NRM nabo manyi bali mu kukaaba naye kyemanyi ng'obukulembeze obw'eggwanga lyonna abadde omuntu omu ng'ali na experience eyawaggulu ennyo obumanyirivu mu by'amateeka era nga parliament ndowooza tujja kufuna ekizibu okufuna amuddira mu bigere olw'okuba engaato ze zibadde nnene nnyo.
Kisooka kitalo nnyo olw'okuviibwako sipiika waffe Jacob Oulanyah abadde muntu mugezi, abadde muntu asobola okugatako omuwendo era abadde agatako omuwendo ku byobufuzi bya Uganda naddala ate wano mu Parliament. Nasooka okumanya Speaker Jacob Oulanyah mu mwaka gwa 1989 kuba twali ku University ffenna ate nga tuli mu ttiimu y'emu, ttiimu eyali eya Mau nga tunoonya akalulu ka Mau. Oluvannyuma Jacob Oulanyah n'afuuka Speaker e Makerere mu Guild. Yali musajja mu biseera ebyo nga musajja mwogezi nnyo, ebintu bye byayogera nga bintu bya magezi era kyekyamufuula Speaker ku University. Okuva olwo ne mutegeera nga y'omu ku bantu abagezi Katonda be yatuwanga ekirabo mu ggwanga lino, era olugendo lwe okuva olwo luze nga lweyoleka nti Katonda yali amubunduguddeko ekirabo ekyobukulembeze ngera bwe tubadde tulaba wano ku fulo ya Parliament. Tumusubiddwa wano ku fulo ya Parliament kuba tafunye mukisa kusobola kukola kuteeka mu nkola ebyo byabadde ayayaanira. Mwena mumanyi nti bwe yava okulayira ekkololo era okuva ku olwo obulamu bwe tebwaddeyo kubeera bulungi, abadde afuluma bwayingira. Tugenda musubwa nnyo ng'eggwanga, tugenda musubwa nnyo ng'omulembe gwaffe ffe abali mu myaka gino ejaana egyataano abadde ekitundu ku ffe, ate amambuka ga Uganda nabo tubasaasidde mu ngeri enjawulo kubanga y'omu ku badde abakulembeze b'amambuka naddala mu Choli community.
The unfortunate event here is that the way the Constitution was crafted, it did not provide that if the Speaker passed on, what happens? In fact, the Constitution is, if we could even provide in the Constitution for the death of a president, what would happen? I wonder how from 1995 to date, we could not provide that in the event that the Speaker dies, what would happen constitutionally. It is only in the Pension Act where we provide for the benefits for the death, after the death of the Speaker. But we don't provide in the Constitution. The Constitution just provides that there will not be any business in the event that the office of the Speaker falls vacant. Not only that, when he dies. And that's why we are hearing government almost finding a way as if circumventing for the Speaker not to be here. That unfortunate event, though I'm not a lawyer, will necessitate us to have a Speaker before we bury the departed Speaker. So that our Speaker, because according to the Pensions Act, the Speaker is supposed to lay in the Parliament for a holiday. Because every member of Parliament needs to say a word or two over the fallen Speaker. So the ugly situation is that the country, we shall have to have a Speaker before we bury the departed Speaker. And that will be the position of Parliament, I suppose, or as an individual. We are going into various meetings. I know Cabinet is in a meeting. They will have decisions, but that would be the appropriate way in order for the Speaker to come to the House where he has been chairing, and we apologize when we are all here. So that is the other unfortunate, because culturally it is not good to put a hair before really burial.
I'm Hon.Gilbert, Member of Parliament for Ntoroko County, Ntoroko District. This is my second term. I was in the 10th Parliament, where our beloved late the Right Honourable Speaker was the Deputy Speaker. I got a chance of the people of Ntoroko renewing my contract, social contract of other 5 years. So it's a blessing that I was also in this 10th, 11th Parliament. But as a country, we are in shock. That's a fact. We're in shock, losing such a gallant son of the soil. For me as a member of Parliament, this is where I work. This is like my home. And the progress of Parliament depends on the person steering business in Parliament. That's the Speaker. So for me, I supported the deputy by then as a speaker now so much. Even I was on the National Task Force. We used to be at his place, planning and all that. And one day he came to us because we needed guidance from him. He just told us that, you know, it's about you. It's about you. It's about your vote. If we are losing, it's not Oulanyah losing. It's you who are losing. So sit down, plan, and execute. I looked at the man, and he left. He said, I'm going to engage other stakeholders. For me, inside me, I saw a man who would give other people responsibility to carry on. It wasn't about him alone. Even when he would go somewhere in a meeting, he would allow every member to speak before he would conclude. A timekeeper, very punctual. And we knew if he's the one coming in the house, by 1:50, you must be inside. Because him sharp, too, he's inside. And he knew what he was doing. The rules of procedure of Parliament. They were like on his fingertips, everything. So in the country, we've lost someone who wanted peace, who wanted reconciliation. I hear from other members that he would go like a speaker, going really extending his hand of reconciliation to the members that felt maybe they were offended somehow, somewhere. So I don't know what is happening in our country, but we are losing really big stakeholders. We've lost a leader. I don't know. I know Parliament will go on, but this is Parliament where I work. I feel that we've really lost a pillar. I don't know why. We must really pick up everything together so that we move on as Parliament. But as a country, we've lost a leader. And Jacob Oulanyah, the late, the Right Honorable, would have been something else in this country. That's what I want to tell you. The sky would have been the limit. We still needed his service. He was still a young man of 50-something years, 50, 56, 57. So he was still young. We still needed him. We still needed his services. Even in the era I am, you know, he mobilized northern Uganda. You see how they voted. So we still needed his services as a country. And my condolences to His Excellency the President, to Parliament, I think to the Deputy Speaker. I think she's the most now person in a very tricky situation without her boss, and to the family and to the people of Omoro and the Lango sub-region. Really have lost someone who would have given more services because we needed his services in the country. Because this country needs such a people who are patriotic, who have the nation at heart, and ready to work. Oulanyah wouldn't push the Right Honorable. He knew what was expected of him as a speaker of this Parliament and a leader in this country. We've really lost a lot. I have felt words to say. Yesterday when I heard of it, I was just in tears. And my spirit is very, very low over the death of the Right Honorable Speaker.
Nafuna omukisa ti naja mu Parliament 2015. So emyaka gino gyonna 10 Honorable Speaker Oulanyah abadde Deputy Speaker. Kyemujjukirako soka nti kwata obudde abadde wankizo era nga tukimanyi bbanga lyonna. Bw'abanga yalimu omanya nti n'oba mugenzi mu ofiisi ye kasita ziwera ssaawa 7:45 mwena muba mulina kuvaawo mweyine Parliament. So ekyokwata obudde kibadde kikulu. Era ate mu ngeri y'emu abadde yateekawo ennyambala eyiye kwe tumumanyi ya botayi. Oba oli avaeko n'ababaka abamu nga batandika okukikokka. So nga ye trademark ye. Bw'oba omukulembeze olina okubeerako ekyo abantu abalala kibakukoppako nekibeera nga si kyangu. Naye ate mu ngeri endala abamu tubaddeko ku njuyi ez'enjawulo
era ne mu bigambo byo ng'olaba nti yagamba nti this was time to build bridges. Saawa eyo yali ya kuyunga ntindo. So n'olwekyo mu byonna naye ate n'ekikulu nti abadde amanyi amateeka so ng'alambika palamenti. N'olwekyo tujja musaalirwa naye nga ffenna lyekkubo ffe abakyali abalamu tulina kwekuba mu ttooki. Kati olwatona Oulanyah tumusabira busabizi naye ffe abakyali abalamu tukyalina olugendo olw'okutereeza. Tukyalina okukozesa akaseera kano tutereeze olugendo lwaffe naye tumusabira Omukama amuwummuze emirembe.
Okusooka tuli banakuwavu n'okunyola kw'amaanyi olw'okuviirwako ye kamanda ow'ennyumba eno e Parliament. Oulanyah Mukama yamukoowodde n'amutwala mu kiseera kye tubadde tumwetaagiramu nnyo. Abadde musajja mukakkamu, abadde musajja ng'ali principled, abadde ayagala nnyo emirembe. Wakati we obadde omulabamu mirembe, wakati we obadde omulabamu okwagaliza, kubanga mu biseera bingi tubadde tulaba nga speaker agenda ne deputy speaker ku kyeyalinga house. N'olaba nga speaker ne deputy speaker wakati waabwe waliwo emirembe. Bw'olaba abakulu beegasse, kati ffe abato tetulisobola kulemererwa kwegatta. Tujja kumusubwa ng'ababaka ba Parliament kubanga abadde with a wealth of experience mu mateeka, abadde akyeyalinga house nga rules of procedures tegeera, abadde na experience gy'otasobola kunoonya naye obadde ogimulabamu. Above all, abadde alina enteekateeka eya this Parliament to unite the Parliament, to unite the leadership of Parliament, n'okwongera okugatta ba members ba Parliament. Akalulu konna bwe kabeerawo kayawula abantu, naye akalulu bwa speaker kaali kaleseewo enjawulo, naye abadde akoze omulimu gw'amaanyi okugatta abantu tusibale nga tusigala tutambulira wamu. Tujja kumusubwa nga speaker, tujja kumusubwa ng'omuzadde. N'emyaka gy'abadde alimu tubadde tulowooza kyajja kututwala atusembeze mu maaso. Nga NRM fraternity tujja kumusubwa ng'omuntu abadde alina enteekateeka eya the Parliament of Uganda. Tulina bills nyingi ezibadde eziyimiridde nga atandise mpolampola okuzitambuzaako, naye mbadde mwagala nnyo kubanga abadde ategeera the principle of delegation. Abadde nga atuma omuntu ayagala omuntu oyo afuna experience. Buli omu yali alaba deputy speaker enkola gy'akolamu emirimu, kubanga yaweebwa akadde n'aweebwa office nga deputy speaker akola nga speaker. So that is the kind of leader that we want, but we shall miss him. Tujja kumusubwa ng'ababaka, tujja kumusubwa nga muganda waffe. Tusaba Katonda yamututte amusonyiwe ebyo byonna ebyamusobako nga mulamu, ate amuwe ejjana ey'olubeerera. Nsigadde nga ndi Haji Idi Sabire, MP Bunya County South mu Mayuge District, ate chairperson wa Busoga Parliamentary Caucus.